Welcome everyone. I'm Krishna Gupta and welcome to my podcast Krishna Connect, where we explore individuals distinguished in various fields. Today we are joined by Mr. Avinash Tatur from Mauritius. Avinash holds a BSc in software engineering and has a unique career journey. From working with TSQL and mastering PLSQL Oracle to now diving into Java and Spring. Apart from his tech interests, Avinash also enjoys playing chess and working on hands-on DIY projects. So, Mr. Avinash, can you tell us more about your field of work?
Well, like you said, I work as a software engineer, and
Right?
it's basically developing application programs for businesses.
Yeah.
And I've been working maybe more than 10 years. Yes,
Oh,
over
wow.
10 years
Yeah.
mhm,
So,
in the field. I've maybe 4 to 5 companies where of two of which are pretty big companies like Ceridian International and the company I'm working with actually is called Maureva, and we have customers all over the world.
wow. So, what kind of applications do you make? You mentioned. So, what kind of applications do you make?
Well, like when I was working at Ceridian, it was a payroll application, an application to calculate the salary and bonuses of employees of several companies, any company which would
Hmm?
contract Ceridian to do the payroll. And
Hmm?
actually, I'm working for Maureva, and
Yeah.
we create an application to do the revenue accounting for airline companies. So we have
Oh, that's
airline
interesting.
companies as our customers from all over the world.
Wow. So, can you explain me more what SQL is basically, like TSQL, PLSQL?
Okay, SQL means structured query language. It's a language which we use to communicate with a database. Typically, it's relational databases, and we just write the codes to retrieve data. We
Right.
query the database. We get the data we want from the database.
Wow.
So there are other kind of databases besides relational databases.
Right.
Uh, so they use other kind of SQL languages. But uh,
Oh, okay. Okay.
the most common for application is SQL and
SQL.
relational databases.
Yeah, so like there are different paths to SQL also. So can you make us understand why did you transition from TSQL to PLSQL?
Well, because I've heard that Oracle and PLSQL is
Right.
quite powerful, and I wanted to acquire knowledge, experience um, in that respect.
Right. I mean, must
And Oracle, yeah, Oracle is it's known for being scalable, reliable, and it handles concurrency very well, and all those aspects makes Oracle appealing.
wow, that's amazing. So it must have been hard to was it hard to like transition to this change? How do you feel about it?
Um, the programming language not was not so hard to transition from TLSQL to PLSQL because they are both procedural language. So it's not very
Yeah.
complicated. The most difficult part was of changing job, of
Yeah,
transitioning,
exactly.
was
That
to
makes
understand
yeah.
the business the
Yeah.
business the business area from one company to another. It's totally different. We
Mm.
work as IT, but IT serves the purpose of the business. So you need to
Yeah.
have some understanding of the business, and this is harder to learn because as uh, as a programmer, as a software engineer,
Yeah.
I have been formed
That's
to
true.
program, to write programs.
That will
Yeah,
like program.
but this other part, understanding the business, understanding one
That is
business
tough.
from another
Yeah.
business from another business, this is the most challenging part for
That's challenging. Yeah.
I think for software engineer in general.
Yeah, I understand. I'm actually a computer science student myself, so I do not have much interest in business. So I can
Yeah,
understand maybe how tough.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have much of a choice. You are obligated to
Yeah, I'm
comprehend
still a
the
student right now, so it's very flexible.
unless you are in some field like if you're doing programming, then it's compulsory. But
Yeah,
there are other fields like system administration or network administration, although they do not require that you understand the business. But programming, yes.
yeah, programming is still important. So, how do you
Mhm.
leverage your past experiences in different technologies to understand Java and Spring at Maureva? I think that's where you work, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Well, having like 10 years of experience is already well qualifies me to be able to understand, to be able to adapt to any new programming
yeah,
language. So
that experience is
yeah,
really-
that's it.
yeah,
But although like well, from moving from database programming to object-oriented programming, object-oriented is very different from
yeah.
procedural languages. So there is a learning curve that comes along.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. So still, adapting and like shifting from programming language such as Java, it must have been difficult, right? So what challenges did you encounter and how did you overcome them while doing this transition?
Well, the challenge when I embarked into the IT field, I was aware that I would have to keep up to date, to
Yeah,
keep learning,
right.
and I agreed to that. I agreed to that. I said that I will find the motivation to do it,
Hmm.
but I did not factor in the
Hmm?
family life, aging parents. That
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, my family
right.
needs me.
Yeah,
I
basically,
don't have free time
right,
for myself. Yeah.
right. Yeah,
Yeah. So this was the biggest challenge is to find time to be able to learn new
full time
to
there.
stay up to date. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, it must have been tough doing that. Yeah, but it's still.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great to hear, that you're determined to do this. It's amazing. So, how did you balance your professional growth in Java while managing responsibilities at Moreva?
Because the responsibilities are the priorities. So I don't really have the option to balance. It's not a choice. It's not like I have the choice, but at work it's mostly the priorities that gets most of my time,
Hmm.
and I don't get to balance it. So if I have to learn, it's mostly on my free time.
Right, right. So, I think I mentioned earlier, like, you love to play chess, right?
Yes. Mhm.
So, how has chess maybe not helped you? How has it like shaped you into learning Java and Spring? How has it helped you learn it? Or has it helped you draw parallels between chess and programming?
Well, I draw patterns.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, I draw patterns from chess to programming, but not only programming, it's life in general. Chess is about making decision. Chess is about calculation, and chess is also about being accountable for your decisions. Like if you made a bad
That's
move,
yeah. If you make a mistake, yeah,
you must accept. Yeah, you must accept that you made a bad move and
yes,
try your best to correct it if
correct.
possible, if ever possible.
Yeah,
So yeah, chess is to me it's an important aspect of every anything in life, be it work, be it your life, or maybe you must have heard that there are many parallels between chess and boxing.
boxing. No, can you elaborate on that? I don't know.
Um, I've heard that a lot. I'm not into boxing myself, but I've
Yeah, the
heard
same.
that a lot because you need to calculate. Even in boxing,
Hmm?
boxers they drew lessons from chess.
Oh,
You may try to search that afterwards, but there are that's why there is chess boxing as well. Have you heard of a sport called chess boxing?
No, I have not heard of this.
Because in boxing you need to read, you need to read your opponent. You need to read
Yeah,
what is,
that's
you need
true.
to anticipate.
Yeah,
It's the same in chess. You need to anticipate. You need to anticipate what your opponent is going to
yeah.
do,
Opponent's next move
and
is.
you need
Yeah,
to, yeah, you need to calibrate your strategy, your tactics accordingly.
yeah.
So it's like everything in life. You assess a situation,
Hmm?
any situation, be it at work or be it some personal projects you have. You need to assess the situation. You need to anticipate what can go wrong, and you need to calculate according
Yeah,
to all those factors.
yeah.
So yeah, chess is it relates to work and it relates to life.
Yeah, so I'm quite, I won't say call myself a great chess player, but I also enjoy playing chess with my friends sometimes. But these days I'm not playing too much. But chess.com.
Okay.
I play mainly online. So I love playing chess on chess.com with my friends.
Okay. Do you play bots?
Not really. I mean, to be honest, these days I do not have too much time to invest in chess, to be honest. So earlier also mentioned how important it is being, staying updated. So how do you always stay updated, knowing the evolving tech work or tech landscape?
Well, mostly YouTube and some reading on the internet.
Yeah, yeah,
Because back then, back when I was at university or a few years after that, internet was not common in Mauritius, so
yeah,
you had
yeah,
to
internet.
go off the magazines. But today you have everything on YouTube and
Yeah,
on websites. So yeah, that's it. But the hardest part is to find the time because with family responsibilities, it's not always easy.
that's true. Yeah. So you have a lot of experience in many programming languages, right?
Not many, but a few,
Yeah,
yes, yeah,
a
a few.
few. So, but then what
It
advice do you have?
might seem many to you. It might seem many to you, but I know people who are more passionate maybe and who finds time to test new programming
But still, you
languages
like
and
know them a lot in depth, right? You're like very proficient in them if you still know only few. So, what advice do you have for newcomers who are entering the field and who want to do languages such as TSQL and PLSQL?
okay, well, TSQL and PLSQL are well, they're still being used, but not extensively. I mean, the object orientation, the object-oriented languages, they do most of the calculations today.
Yeah,
So all the load is being shifted to the object-oriented
mm,
part.
part of it.
There's only the basic SQL that is still being used because we still need to query the database. So it's mostly I would recommend rather than focusing on PLSQL or TSQL to focus on
Right.
object-oriented languages.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
my advice would be to not do the same mistake that I did, to anticipate that time would become very scarce
Right.
later on, and yeah.
Okay. So
And to stay up to date, you will need
yeah,
to find
that's
time
yeah,
yeah,
that's
and juggle between family responsibilities and staying
yeah,
up to date.
it will be tough. But that's wonderful advice. Thank you for that. So you mentioned, I know what object-oriented programming is, but can you please explain the people who are watching who don't know what object-oriented programming is? Maybe you can explain it better than me.
Well, it's programming have evolved
Yeah,
because before object-oriented programming languages, we had procedural languages,
yeah,
and they had limitations, many limitations.
yeah,
So object-oriented programming languages was created, in order to overcome those limitations. That is code redundancy. Well, the most, I think, maybe the most crucial part of object-oriented programming over procedural is the fact that we have code reusability.
right.
So, like you can organize your codes uh, like in real life. Example,
Yeah,
like
using objects
you have,
basically.
you have mhm. You have many features like inheritance like in real
Yeah,
life,
and
like
there's polymorphism also. I'm not talking about
polymorphism and all.
data
Yeah.
abstraction is also the meaning. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Mhm.
So Java is an example of a object-oriented programming
Yes.
language, right? So so you've learned Java before, right? Like extensively.
Sorry.
You've learned Java
Come.
in depth, right?
Yeah, from university. Yes.
So what kind of projects did you work on in Java specifically?
Logics. It's for my company. It's financial calculation. So
Ah,
let's just summarize it. It's mostly financial calculation. It's because my company does revenue accounting. So it's some
yeah.
kind of accounting.
Okay. I mean, I just wanted to ask it for my own knowledge because I've been studying Java for the last almost 2 3 years by now. So
Okay.
just
Okay. Mhm.
like my own curiosity. So now, can
Mhm.
you share some like memorable projects or experiences at the time you had at Ceridian or Maureva that shaped your career?
Mm, yeah, I remember a few, but there's not one that would stand out. So yeah, but there was a few projects that I'm proud of.
Can you give a brief overview of one of them only, if not all of them?
Mm, well, maybe this one time when I it's pretty specific, so I can't find the words to. Yeah, it's
Uh,
but if I try to explain, like, it's like people on the outside. Well, I don't know how to explain it to people on the outside. I mean, if I was to explain it to someone in my company, he would relate, but it's pretty difficult.
yeah,
So
okay, it's okay then if it's hard.
yeah,
So and now finally, I mean,
I'll pause on this one.
it's okay. Thank you so much, but
Mhm.
for trying.
Yeah.
So finally, now looking ahead, what are your aspirations with the tech industry, and how do you think the tech industry is going to evolve in the next, let's say, 10 to 20 years?
Well, my aspiration would be to become better at Java, maybe Java certified,
Yeah,
and Spring as well. Spring because
yeah,
definitely Spring is the best framework.
yeah.
And as far as how the in IT industry will
Will evolve.
evolve,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
certainly would be AI
Yeah, that's yeah.
because
It's just
yeah,
every AI
definitely
is
would be
just
AI.
everywhere.
Yeah, you have ChatGPT, Perplexity, so many softwares that can do so many things like Gemini. I don't know which one can you type in your text, he draws an image for you based on what you asked. And
Yeah.
there's even software that can create music for you.
Hmm.
So I don't know. It's like everything is assisted, augmented.
True.
So definitely it would be AI. Definitely the future. But I don't know yet how it would impact the software developer
Yeah, I mean it's
careers.
too early
Yeah,
to say that actually in Holland that it.
yeah. But it's amazing how AI
Hmm.
have quickly evolved.
Yeah, I mean since the launch of Chat GPT, I think in 2022, it's just been skyrocketing since then.
Yeah, and as for yeah,
No, you can
yeah,
say
yeah.
you were saying
Mhm.
something.
Do you use any of Perplexity, ChatGPT? Hmm?
I mean, yeah, I
I
use
mean,
ChatGPT
do you
sometimes.
use it
Yes, I use it
extensively?
sometimes.
Okay, okay.
I mean, there are also many other chatbots like Gemini. Also, there's so many other chatbots which are coming like evolving now.
Mhm.
So, like, how do you think this is
Yeah,
going?
but they can be of great help. They can be of great help
Yeah, exactly. So, how do you think they will be beneficial to the IT industry?
to the IT industry.
Maybe just
Uh,
in the field of work you work in, where how will it be beneficial for you in the future?
well, it will. well, it helps us to learn quicker because you ask a question, you get your answer. You don't have to do so many search, and yeah, it helps you study, learn quicker, and it helps you find solution quicker. For like
True.
myself, I use ChatGPT to find solutions at that time.
Yeah, makes
I
sense.
haven't tried I haven't tried others, but because I'm when ChatGPT came out, I've been using it and satisfied with it, so I stick to it.
Hmm.
But yeah, I should be trying. I tried to chat with Gemini, but for personal things, not work related. And I've heard about Perplexity, which I would like to try as well.
Wow. So,
And I
thank.
would also like to try all those other tools that can create an image for you, just to see how it
Oh
goes.
yeah, Dali, right? There's Dali. I think it's called that, right? By OpenAI.
Yes, yes,
Dali,
yeah,
Dali. I think
yeah,
that's what it's called. It's the image generator.
mhm,
It can make photos.
yeah, yeah. But as far as composing music or composing lyrics like slam, the computers can do that
Yeah, there's
so
music
easily.
AIs
I
now. Yeah,
think,
AI is almost
yeah,
every.
but I think, yeah, I think it takes away the creativity from people.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest downsides. Yeah, it takes away the creativity
Yeah,
because AI still can't be a human. It just takes ideas from existing ideas and modifies them. It doesn't have its
yeah,
own
yeah.
capability.
Yeah, they have the capability. Yeah, they have this capability to extend their search and give you
Yeah,
primary thing
their
with
own
this and of
input.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but well, before that, if you want to write a song, you had to know the language very well.
Yeah. Yeah.
You had to have very good vocabulary. You had
It's true. Yeah, back then.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Oh,
back then. Even to compose music, you well, I'm not a musician. I'm not a composer,
yeah.
but I do listen to some kind of music like like complex rock music,
Yeah,
progressive rock.
I
Yeah, progressive
understand.
rock.
Yeah, yeah, I understand.
Yeah, yeah. It's more complicated than the other kind of music, but it requires abilities, talent, and practice even to be able to compose the thing. To compose the music is one thing, but to be able to execute it is another thing.
Yeah, yeah. How you
Mhm.
singing it and all. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
How you play the guitar, or how you play the battery or the bass, how you execute it, and well, as far as lyrics are concerned, before to be able to write, you had to know. You have to have good vocabulary. But
Yeah.
now with you ask ChatGPT to write a song about some theme,
Mm.
and he comes up with a bunch
Put it
of
down in a
lyrics from
second.
which you choose. So I don't know how it will turn out.
Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense.
So it's yeah. So it's like in French we say that double tranchant. C'est like the blade has two cutting edge.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it should be careful how to use it, not to get
Yeah, not to misuse it.
just like Facebook. Yeah, well, just like before AI, the big thing in well, there was a time where a big thing was social media,
Hmm?
and people got addicted to it, and
Yeah, that's it.
there was clearly a misuse of social
Let's
media.
use your social media. Yeah.
Mhm. So I joined Facebook pretty late. Maybe it was in the year 2018.
Oh, yeah.
And I joined only because I saw opportunities like if you want people offering their service, like you can contract plumber, you can contract electrician, you can contract someone to repair
Yeah,
your
you can
washing
like
machine.
talk to many.
You
Yeah,
get
they
everything on
connect to many
Facebook.
different people. Yeah.
Yeah, you just search on Facebook washing machine repair, and
And the
you get
person, yeah, you get
lots of
somebody.
contact.
You get many
So
people.
I joined Facebook for that purpose. That's why maybe if you've tried to search me on Facebook, you won't see much because I'm not very active.
Yeah.
So clearly, there has been a big misuse of social network, and I think there will be also a big misuse of
Yeah, in the
AI.
future. In the
And I
future.
just hope that it does not like have a negative impact that kind of irreversible,
Hmm.
something like that. Yeah. Mhm.
I mean, actually, there are like already online scams happening where people are, taking AI generated voices of other people and using it to scam others. the many
Yeah,
cases that's
yeah,
happening
that's
now
it.
these days.
That's it. Yeah, yeah, that's it. But yeah, that's one. Yeah, that's one misuse of it. But the biggest misuse for me is that it will take away your
Creativity,
passion
the
to
passion. Yeah.
yeah, your creativity. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much. It was, I had a nice time talking to you. It was very informative for me. I
It
learned.
was it was reciprocal. It's I had a great time talking to you as well.
Thank you so much for appearing on my podcast again.